Cancer takes the lives of millions of people each year, and stage 4 cancer is the most serious progression of the disease. Our next guest, Debbie Davis, beat the odds and has been cancer-free for 10 years. Debbie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Tell us your story.
Well, I was diagnosed in 1993, a year after I got married, and then luckily I had a son 2 years after chemo and radiation. So that was a true blessing.
Wow.
I was thrilled about that. And then I had a lot of good years, and in about the year 2000, it spread to my bones, and then went on to my chest wall, liver. It is a progressive disease like that with some people. But I'm here, and I feel great, and we're hoping to just keep this as a chronic disease where you do what the doctors tell you to do, and I'm doing great.
Now, my notes say cancer-free, but you say that's not quite the case. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. Not exactly, because I will always be undergoing chemotherapy until we find a cure. So, but like I said, with it being chronic, it doesn't really interfere with my life. It's not like the old-fashioned kind of chemo where people think of you as being sick.
Sure.
I can do whatever I want on this chemotherapy, and most people don't even know that I'm going through it at all.
I would have never guessed. So
Yeah.
Are you saying this is a new type of chemo?
It's just different as you get farther along into the progression of stage 4. Just doesn't have it could have as many side effects, but there's better medicine now that contradict or counteract the side effects. So it's much better than it used to be.
I see. Now let's back up to the news of stage 4 cancer. Normally when this is the announcement you're hearing, it's probably one of the last things you hear.
Right.
Am I right?
It used to be that way, but not anymore. There's so much wonderful cutting-edge research out there, like we're going to hear on Friday. Just so many things that researchers are coming up with and making strides, just leaps over bounds, and it's getting faster and faster, all the strides they're making than it used to be.
So if I hear you correctly, Debbie, you're saying that stage 4 diagnosis is not the end of the world for many people?
Correct. It is not a death sentence by any means. There's many, many of us out there that go on and live productive lives, and in a way it enriches my life. There's so many things I can do that with cancer, and it's really, yes, it is hard. There's a lot of moments that are very hard, but my mind just won't let me go down a terrible path. I just keep thinking, if with faith in your doctors and the researchers and knowing everything good that's coming up along the line, there's always another drug out there that I can take. When one stops working, I just go to another one, and so it's very doable.
That's amazing. Now, do you find yourself giving encouragement to others that are walking down the same path that you've shared? Yes,
I love to do that. I have friends, but people will call me and introduce me to other people who are newly diagnosed who don't know that, or if they're newly diagnosed with stage 4 and think that it's really horrible. And like I said, yes, there are horrible moments, but with the great things that we've been doing, and a lot of it here in our state, we're very fortunate in Missouri to have such great institutes here that we don't have to travel far to get good medicine and keep on going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this upcoming symposium, what does it mean to you personally?
Well, it's good to hear, like I said, that the doctors are here in Missouri that are doing this great research, and that some of the things that they were talking about earlier, the cancer goggles and the viruses, it's just amazing. That makes a survivor like me have so much hope. And I would think any other survivors who would want to attend this event, it would give them hope too. Just to hear that there's something else coming along, then we're great. I
got to ask, Debbie, when you first got the stage 4 diagnosis, were you given a time limit?
I was not. No,
Okay.
my doctor wonderfully at the time said, what you have now is we're going to treat it like a chronic disease, like diabetes. You will always have to do something about it. You will always have to, be proactive with it, but you'll be fine as long as you do this, and until we find some cures.
Okay. Debbie Davis, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll have more STLTV Live after this. Stay with us.